time to head home. I'm bringing you all down. Seems to be my MO. Lost but never found. Sometimes I gotta say no. Asking's not allowed. Say I gotta let go. Gotta let go. Gotta let go. It always brings me down. Come on down. It always brings me down to the ground. I'm just a kid. Say I'm crazy. I'm just a kid. Gotta get the last fight out. Gotta get the last fight out. Gotta get your last fight out. Gotta get your last fight. Last fight.
Welcome to Live at Woodwork Audio. Today we have the Glorious Flaws. That's y'all's names, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the Glorious Claws.
I didn't fact check any of this. I don't even know who these guys are.
Facts
Jesus.
don't matter.
They just showed up and I let them in.
Bless it.
Do you feel like we're the glorious flaws?
There's flaws.
I feel like that sometimes.
Nice.
That's right.
It was all glorious. That's what
It was
I
very
saw.
glorious. Yes, it was
That's
very
what I saw.
glorious.
Yeah, that's right.
You're welcome. Thank you.
If we want to go down the line and introduce yourself and tell us your favorite color.
Sure, yeah, I'm James, and sorry.
Favorite
You
color?
meant like you guys.
What's your favorite color?
God damn it. I don't, black, like my heart.
Ah, that was lame. Also, what you do in the band. So, wherever y'all want to start.
Kyle, I'm the leader. It's usually what they refer to, but sometimes I do bass.
I'm Gregory. I play drums.
I'm Jeremy. I do vocals and guitar.
Jack Wesley Sparks, nitpicker extraordinaire, and
I like
Blue.
yeah, see, you
Blue
didn't
is
think of
my
that one,
favorite
did you?
color.
Yeah, I
You didn't
did.
think-
I thought
Y'all didn't even
earlier.
say what your favorite color was.
Sometimes I play guitar.
Purple.
They've already flawed. Already flawed.
Yeah.
Purple sparkle.
Yeah, dude,
That's your favorite
sparkle
color.
purple.
Yeah.
Actually,
Sparkle
shout out
purple.
to Stingray.
We call him Princess
For making the
Sparkles.
Nice.
Princess Sparkle.
That's Prince Sparkles to you.
That's right.
Yeah.
No princess.
What was the first song that y'all played? And tell us about that.
That would be Gravity. It's
You gave me a whole speech on it the other night.
I did.
It was not a John Mayer cover, right?
It is definitely not a John Mayer
Okay, cool.
cover.
But based off of John Mayer.
Sort of. Only on weekends and sometimes every other night. The music kind of originated from the bass line in the recording. And it was the kind of written in the studio song. And originally it just had the very first line, I gotta find a way home. And other than that, there were no lyrics, nothing. Then Wes went out of town for work, and I had a lot of work to do to work on lyrics. While he was out of town, he called, and he was kind of stressed, ready to come home.
It's a 2-month job and being away from family and kids and everything, and feeling like what are you doing? What am I doing here? You know.
Yeah, he was pretty stressed, and I kind of fed off that.
Kind of predicated off of like a WhatsApp chat that we had going for several days.
Yeah.
You and I.
and on the recording you hear samples that we did that kind of, allude to someone traveling. But like a lot of the stuff I write has two meanings. There's a lot of self in it. Trying to get back to myself and the continuous journey that I'm on, getting my act together and trying to be a better me. So I kind of weaved those two topics together, and it just kind of worked out.
That was beautiful.
Hell yeah.
Thank you, man.
Hell yeah. I like it a lot.
Cool.
I think
Keep
we're having
talking.
some little audio issues.
Kitty cat.
Check.
Kitty cat.
This little motherfucker right here.
Bistro.
So you said you wrote that one primarily.
The lyrics.
The lyrics?
Yeah.
Do y'all? I know you sing the first one, you sing the second one. Do y'all write the songs you sing essentially?
Mostly, yeah, mostly, but it's still try to make it as collaborative as possible. You can't have all the answers.
Yeah.
And, have everyone add their flavor to it.
I feel that. That's the hard part for sure. That's why there's only two of us in our band.
Yeah.
Cause,
Dude, the more musicians you deal with, it's hell.
yeah. Yeah,
It's just
yeah.
people don't like us.
It can
Well,
be,
most
but
of
I,
it.
I like getting input from other people.
Yeah, that's
Probably
the thing.
probably because
When
of
it's good.
insecurities here and there, but
Mm-hmm.
I want some kind of feedback. If I just get like yeah, it's okay.
Well, that's interesting.
That gets kind of nerve wracking at times.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
It's just like, well, tell me what you
Fucking
really
tell
think.
me. Yeah, I feel that. I
think
feel
a
that. Yeah.
Big part of working with my brother is, he brings like a demo or an idea or something to the table, and I usually find something that I'm like, okay, I really like. I always like his lyrics. He's never at a loss for words on paper, which is greatly helpful because I struggle with that. I can write a hook and a first verse, but I get to the second verse, I'm like, and he usually helps me out with that. But then I try to take what he's doing and lean further into that, and then add the candy and the different kind of changes and help church it up, I guess.
I got you. So you two are brothers.
Yeah.
So did y'all start this and then you brought them in, or did you all come together and
We started this after I moved back from California, and I said, if I'm going to move back to Florida from California, I definitely want to play music with my brother again, because I had sent him a recording interface a couple years before I moved back, and he started getting into recording and started sending me some little demos and stuff, and I was like, oh man, that's some really cool stuff what you're doing. And so moved back, and we started out with another drummer, and then we picked up an old buddy of ours on bass, and last year our bass player decided that he was going to be moving back to Wisconsin, where he's from. He really likes it up there in the snow and everything. And then our drummer left shortly after that. And then we found Greg. I saw Greg, who I'd known for quite a while, at the Thursday and what's the other band? Hawthorne Heights, Emery
Hawthorne
show.
Heights.
Oh, the 20 Years of Tears?
Yeah, I saw
was
him at
there,
that.
yeah.
I hadn't seen him, and because the time before that I'd seen him at a handlebar or whatever, he told me he was going to go join the Navy, and I was like, oh, okay. And then that was the last time I saw him until that 20 Years of Tears show, which was really great.
Oh,
Really
I was
great.
there too.
Yeah, it was a cool show, and saw him, and we just hung out all night, and I was about to leave to go back out of town for like 2 months, and I said, hey, just sent him a message after I'd seen him and said, it's great to see you, and I said, hey, I know you're not playing drums with anybody right now, and I'm going to be out of town, but go hit up my little brother, go to the studio, just get loud, see what we're doing. If it's something that you'd be into, if it's not, then that's cool. But it'd probably be good for you to start banging on the drums again with somebody, even if it's just for fun for a little bit, And he did, and So we started working with him, and then
And then
a
the
buddy-
party came.
What's that? And then and then the leader showed up.
That's when we got good.
A buddy that I met through my daughter's school. His daughter's in my daughter's class, and I met him at our kids' orientation. This guy Terrence, who's known by Mr. Madlove.
Shout out Mr. Madlove.
He hit me up a few months ago and was like, "Hey, are you still looking for a bass player?" And I said, "Yeah, I don't. And do you have any kind of suggestions?" And he said, "Let me get back to you." And well, he got back to me the next day and gave me, the fearless leader Kyle over here is our.
I had just played on Mr.
number.
Madlove's new album that's about to be released, and that's how he hooked me up with it.
Nice.
But yeah, he's super sick. And,
Do you play with him live?
No, I've never
okay.
played with him live, just in the
Okay.
studio.
Because we played a show with him last year.
Couple months ago.
Isn't he the
Yeah, a couple
greatest?
months ago.
He's so
in that
cool.
show,
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
He's amazing.
absolutely.
Great dude. He's got a good message, good vibes.
I was gonna feel
His
really.
new album that's coming out is so sick. By the
I was
way.
gonna feel really bad if you were the bass player for it and I just didn't recognize you
No,
the whole time.
He swaps musicians out like a motherfucker.
I have to immortalize it. That gig, one of the other band's leader was like, "Shout out to the guy who put this together, Mr. Mad Dog."
Just kept
Mr. Mad
calling
Dog.
him Mad Dog the
All
whole
right, thanks,
time.
Mad Dog. We appreciate
Probably
you.
mad dogging him from the back like he's messing up the name, fool.
Yeah,
Well,
he literally was like,
He came up on stage and he was like, Mr. Mad Love, he was super graceful about it. And he was up there, he was like, yeah, shout out to Mr. Mad Dog. And he was like, it's Mad Love. And the guy was like, what?
I was just kidding. I was totally kidding.
It was at that point that he knew he fucked up.
Definitely.
That's that's absolutely gonna be what I hate today. I'm gonna jump the gun. Can I do it? Because I'm gonna forget it, dude.
Okay.
You know what I hate? I fucking hate when you're watching a band live, right? And they're like, "All right, are you guys ready for what's the name of the band coming up next? What's the name of? You ready for that band?
Oh,
if you
shoot.
don't know the name of the band, don't fucking.
You don't need
Don't
to be
say
the announcer.
anything.
Just
Right?
be like, all right, thanks for being here, guys. Next
Say,
song, and
stick
then
around,
just
there's
move
another
on. That's
band
what I
coming
hate.
up.
Sorry,
That's all you
I
gotta
just
do.
had to get it out.
He's jumping the gun. Later on, what we usually do at the end is we have everybody go through and share something that they hate. And he jumped the gun on it, and that's what he
I had,
hates.
I had to
all
just
right.
get it
Okay.
out. I was inspired.
That's okay.
But
Anyways.
going to you two, how do y'all feel being the newest members?
Oh, I feel great.
Is it interesting working with two brothers?
No, I mean it is
not
what it is. Like I can't help it. They
fair.
both just play.
Do they act like brothers?
Yes,
Just- okay.
they got jokes. That I don't understand what the fuck you're talking about
Oh, that's fair.
when they talk to each other.
That's fair.
And that's why.
It's a generational thing, I think.
Yeah.
Well, as the the elder statesman, we have to teach the young bucks, even if they are
And I'm learning.
leading
Right.
Leading from behind.
Seasoned, for sure.
leading from the low end.
I've actually a lot of years played with brothers in another group, Noiseheads. Been with them for 11, 12 years. But it's good being in a new project and learning the music, and then also utilizing the styles to meld new music that we've been piecing together at the rehearsal space for a while. But no stranger to the brother dynamic for sure, and having a brother helped a lot. So growing up with a brother my whole life, it helps you understand the dynamic and seeing who has their turn to take the lead and guide the project accordingly.
Bring on the tears.
So the
All
four
dramatic.
the four of you
beautiful.
together.
It's got broken tear ducts. It's not an emotional thing. It's just medical. That's medical.
Medical.
So how long has it been with the four of you together? Just to clarify.
2 months.
About 2
Okay.
months. Okay, dope,
With Kyle
dope.
now, yeah.
Hell yeah. Do you guys have any shows coming out?
No, we need some.
Nice.
We're waiting on the vinyl pressing to come
Right.
in, and we already got the CDs in, and we're trying to figure out a good time to do a record release
Yeah?
show. Yeah.
You really pressing vinyl?
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude. I thought you were just kidding for a second.
I think the
no.
cool thing now is the accessibility. You know, years ago you had to, get on with a label so they could front money and then put you in debt so that you could still pay them for your records to turn around and hopefully sell them. But now, the accessibility is if you've got an interface and are willing to invest the time in yourself and a little bit of money, more power to you. And I think that's great. It's easy to just dump things online and just toss them into the void and hope somebody stumbles across them.
Mm-hmm.
But to have that tangible object in hand, is really awesome. The CDs came in and I was like, it's a little baby record. It'll
It
grow
looks
up.
like a little baby record.
It'll grow up one day.
We just did the eco packs because it's like there's plenty of plastic already in the world,
Yeah.
and the CD already has to be plastic. So, but it just looks like a little record instead of without the jewel case. It's like, oh, we just shrunk the 12-inch vinyl down to
Nice.
a little CD.
I like it. Hell yeah.
That's fun. I agree. The physical part. Our first CD I put on CD. Our first album I printed to CDs, and I can't give them away because nobody has CD players anymore. But you also, when you said it's like like putting it online, it's like throwing it to the void. Like
Yeah,
I agree with that.
You just chuck it out there. And
Yeah.
that's cool, but
You still have to do the work, though. Everybody's trying to sell you advertising and marketing and how to jump up or your streaming.
The
and all this
algorithm.
stuff. Yeah, I'm like,
Right.
you still have to go out and do the work. You got to play shows. You got to get out of your town.
Yeah.
I see a lot of bands in town, and they're literally playing the same club like every week. Original music, and whether they're good or not, it doesn't matter. It's like you got to get out in front of people that you don't live around, that you don't know, and go do those rounds. And honestly, it's fucking fun. I used to do that back in the 90s when I was in a Pensacola punk band, and that was the most fun, is going and meeting new people that you don't know and them reacting to whatever your music is,
Absolutely.
And then you get to see places, and
We've just done our two first shows out of the state in Mobile. Back in November and December, we played the Alchemy Tavern, and then we played the Merry Widow, and I feel like those two shows were some of our better shows recently. Because we played Downtown Music Hall and we haven't played the Vinyl yet, but the Handlebar a lot, and just trying to get booked out there. But we played out there, and I was like, I don't know, we're definitely not going to pull anybody because we don't know anybody. Right. But we played with bands that did pull people, and it was like, all right, cool. This is fun.
yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it's the only real genuine reaction you can get.
yeah, because
to
they
your
don't know
music.
you. It's not your friends. It's
They're
going,
not
"Oh, yeah, man,
reacting
you did
because
great."
they like you.
Right.
We have one song. It's a sing along, and it's you're a piece of shit. You're a piece of shit. And I always tell people that, and I'm always sing it with us. And we played out in Mobile, and I was like, let's see how it goes. And there was 20 to 30 people there, and he sings the second verse and the second chorus, and I walked out and pulled one of my ears out because we play with backing tracks, and just all this crowd was singing back at us, and I was like, I don't know any of these people, and they're singing they're screaming, "You're a piece of shit, you're a piece of shit." So it's
incredible.
whatever, but I'm like, damn, they're singing back to us, and they're definitely not doing it to be nice.
That's how you trick 'em.
The typical thing is, as many times as I've played to people that I don't know, is typically they'll just fold their arms and look
Right.
at you, So
Right.
getting audience participation is
Yeah.
kudos
Absolutely.
to you both.
I mean, it's great. We played that one for the first time at a house show, and it was the first time people really reacted because, the chorus is, "You're a piece of shit, you're a piece of shit. I think you should eat shit because you look like shit." And it's just
Genius.
It's bluesy, and it's a very
the
bar
rhyming scheme.
Yeah,
is
it's a
fucking phenomenal,
a
man.
bar
That's
sing
unheard
along,
of.
and I always, every time I'm playing it, I always see one person that just feels it. I'm always
Yeah.
this is for that special person in your life.
Right.
Think of this person, and then I do that, and then they laugh, and then I see one person that's just like, yeah, piece of shit, and I'm like, you're going through something.
That person's feeling something right
But-
now.
You can definitely identify
Oh, yeah.
somebody who's got some
Absolutely.
unresolved
Old
issues.
Earl
It's always
had
fun.
a few to drink that night, and he's getting a little wild that night. You know.
Yeah. We also started doing we did a cover of I Want It That Way, and that song also reacts well
Oh wow.
because
Tell me
people
why.
know it. Yeah, tell me why.
Yeah,
I don't have a reason.
ain't nothing but a
I
heartache.
can't tell you why. Yeah.
But that one we've only done that one a few times now, and it's something people know, and I always see people like react, but yeah, it's trying to get that reaction. It's always fun.
Yeah.
When you do get it. You got anything?
No.
No.
No, I just wanted to see where you were going with that.
I don't know where I'm going. I never know where I'm going
figured
with
you
it.
didn't. I figured you didn't. So you guys have anything that you're working on, like an EP or anything?
Well, they have an album coming out.
It's
You do have an album coming out.
Release that we're just waiting on the vinyl pressings to come in. Yeah.
So you just don't have the date yet.
Are
That's
you
what I was
listening
trying
to
to
it?
get out of
Date
you.
yet.
That's
We
what I
have-
was trying to get out of you. Sorry,
we were
that was
trying to
okay.
do
Okay.
February 1st at the Handlebar. But I'd really like to actually do like an all ages show. See, if kids under 21 even connect with what maybe some older guys are even have to say or feel.
Not only
I feel
that,
that.
but to play with some other bands in town, and
Different change of venue.
Hell yeah.
absolutely.
So if you're looking to book
Absolutely,
someone,
you get different types of bands and people from different walks of life, and sometimes something beautiful comes of it, and sometimes it's just you playing for another band,
yeah,
which is okay too. It's just part of it.
Yeah.
that's part of it.
If
Absolutely.
you could bring the mic up closer when you talk, that'd be great. Thank you.
There we go. Just don't tell nobody else.
That's fair.
We'll be right back.
We'll keep it right here.
It is it is fun. It's kind of fun when you are just playing to the other bands sometimes.
Yeah.
Can be.
Because it does suck. It is funner. It is a better time when there's a crowd, but when you're there and you're just like, I'm playing to the other band and the bartenders, my goal is always like, let me get this other band into this.
Right.
Like if I can get the other band to like start bobbing their head with this, I'm like, all right, cool.
Sure.
I won.
I've played shows where it was just the sound guy and that was it. There was nobody else there.
But did you get his head to bob?
It's hard to get a
tell.
reaction.
That's
out
I
of
wasn't
sound
really
guy.
paying attention to him. Just like at this point, it's just rehearsal on a stage,
I feel
Absolutely.
Just fucking kill it and just try to get, more tight and yeah, make
So-
it more second nature.
Yeah. So when y'all do write, like, do y'all write the guitar parts and then let them figure out drums and bass, or do y'all like
we
sample
talk
out?
about kind of ideas and then see like, okay, this was my basic idea of like, say, a drum pattern, and then he'd be like, okay, but how about if I do this? Yeah, sure, check, let's try it. It takes nothing to try an idea to find out whether it's going to work or not.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
A lot of times, like it's like we recently were reviewing some ideas with Greg, and the ideas, my ideas are usually pretty flat, just straightforward, and it's like he was explaining, well, we could bring the energy up here with this type of beat and then bring it back down here, and then when you get to the chorus, make sure you get everything to pay off. And
Modulation. It's good to switch gears every once in a while.
absolutely. And it's good for me to get the feedback,
It's
and
my
it's like-
favorite plug-in is the P30Q8 Spice Modulator.
Whoa.
I can say as a drummer, I'm so glad I don't have to deal with any of the weird name modulators and plugins and shit. I just play the drums and hit things,
Yeah.
I feel bad for all the guitar guys. You have to learn the name of all the gear and shit. Like,
Wrong, because I don't know any of my shit.
okay, fair. Touche.
You know the paint job. You know the purple sparkle.
Well, wait, you're not a guitar guy, you're a bass guy.
Either way.
Just like a drummer.
It's more of a compliment, honestly. You're on a league of your own, I guess. That's the way I
He
take it.
certainly stands head and shoulders above the rest in the best dressed department.
That's right.
That's right.
All from Ross. Dress for less.
Just for less.
Look, we better get a
They're not
Ross
even a sponsor.
sponsorship.
That's what Ross, please take me. All my outfits are Ross.
Ross.
Is that why
All
one
of
of the
my
legs
outfits
are
are
a little bit longer than the other?
Yeah, pretty much. That's why I gotta get the high tops. So I tuck it in.
Speaking of tucking it in,
Whoa.
no, I mean,
Whoa.
There we go. This is the energy we had before we sat
you
down
go.
and put mics in
I
front
told
of
y'all
y'all.
to stop talking earlier so we'd have something to talk about.
I mean, we can still talk. I just feel like y'all got the mics and y'all are like, I don't want to say anything now.
That's why a lot of times when we go to lunch, if we do a lunch break before this, we were like, don't say too much so that we have something to talk about later.
No, I've been saying that all day.
We'll just sit there quietly and eat food.
strangely enough, you were the one that kept talking. You're never at a loss for words.
I was making it fun.
He was. He tells me I give him a speech anytime I ask him a question.
He
And I'm
does.
like, a speech? Really?
What about the last song you
Yeah.
guys playing?
What like this? So the second song that y'all are gonna play, that's gonna play after this portion. Tell us about that one.
That song is named Suffer. And there's a lot of videos and memes and things that go around, and sometimes you kind of get something stuck in your head. And there's a guy named Dan Pena, and he's a very outspoken, very brash guy. I guess he's rich for all I know, but a lot of people act probably richer than they really are. But his one of his mottos is "Show me your friends, and I'll show you your future." You're the product of the people that you hang out with in a great way. So don't surround yourself with shitty people that aren't doing anything with their lives or whatever.
I feel like you started to look at me a lot when you were saying all this.
Now I'm looking at you.
No, I didn't.
Now
he
it's
was.
getting weird.
He was.
Well, it's
But
a good
I
thing
feel
that Kyle's hanging out with us now, because now, we might be able to get him the help he needs.
Yeah. Sometimes.
Or he might
Doing
corrupt
all
y'all.
right. It only happens occasionally.
This is just an intervention.
Just
This
at
is
night.
just an elaborate intervention.
Yeah, you got me.
Sorry.
Got me.
I already signed the contract.
Sorry.
But no,
Sorry.
that song started out with, and I was in the studio and I was playing bass, and the beginning bass line was kind of like my version of like a Darth Vader fucking theme track bass line thing, and I don't know, it kind of evolved from that, and then I started messing around with the guitars and seeing what would even happen with that. Yeah, I don't know. It's really, that's wasn't something that I wrote purposefully. It just kind of happened and evolved, and that's what we ended up with.
I really dig it. I
Thank
like
you.
the way it kind of starts out and kind of evolves in the beginning and just
Cool.
becomes its own thing. I
Thank
like
you.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the meandering bass and guitars and drums, everything's just kind of weaving
Yeah.
in and out, and then in and out.
Hell yeah.
I wasn't sure if y'all were playing the song yet when it started. I was like, when I was in there listening, I was like, all right, let's go. Okay, they're together. All right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it worked.
Yeah.
You also weren't
nothing's
looking at
perfect, and
I also wasn't looking at y'all because I was in
we
there.
are
so.
certainly testament to that. But we have a good time. We get loud. I like to.
It is a fun. I enjoy y'all's the type of music y'all are doing. At least the two songs you shared with us today.
Cool. Thank you.
It's
I grew up in the 90s, so like all the stuff that I still listen to is all the stuff from the 90s and probably like the first half of the aughts. So all my, formative years and influences are from that era. It's hard for me. I search out new music, but a lot of it still just doesn't. When I find something that's new that I've never heard, that's from the last decade and a half, I'm like, awesome! Finally, I found something that
I feel that. It's really hard for me to get
Exactly.
into new music.
yeah,
Yeah. I just play the same shit.
I do same like 10 songs every day.
Yep.
Like, that's it.
Well,
No.
I mean, you've got the internet with billions of
overwhelming.
songs.
There's a
And
lot of
it's
noise to
like,
cut through.
There is a whole lot of noise to cut through.
That's true. Yeah.
And because it is so easy to put a track up, it's just maybe some people
Anyone with a laptop and a guitar is putting it out there.
don't,
No guitar necessary. Even.
Yeah.
Isn't that the beauty of it, though? That's the fucked up beauty of it. Is like,
It's beautiful.
Anybody can
Skrillex.
do it, but not
Yeah.
everybody should be doing it.
right?
I mean, those are some of the funnest shows I've been to. That you, for example, a one-man band with a drum affixed to his back, that's attached to his elbows and
Shaky
one leg,
Shaky Graves' is weird cousin.
and
Yeah.
playing a
Shaky
guitar
Graves.
at the
Shaky Graves is
same
great.
time, and I've seen some really weird shows, but that one always sticks out to me. Probably because he does the little horn through his beehole at the end.
Wait, what?
Which, yeah,
I have
that's
to see that.
The show
What
took
is
a
this?
really weird turn at the end of the show,
What,
but
turned into a donkey show? What are you doing?
no donkeys
Are
involved.
you in Mexico?
No donkeys involved. It was the one time at band camp type thing.
Oh,
And he did a little toot on his way out, and everybody at the bar just like went crazy for it.
This guy was in a bar doing this?
Well, that's something. Oh yeah, he was on stage.
Oh.
who had to sing
I
through
thought
that
this was like a
microphone
street performer.
afterwards?
I don't know.
I feel bad for the sound guy that had to mic him up.
How many mics do you need?
What's
You
the sound
do
guy
it,
likes
what?
buttholes.
But no, you get to see some really weird things, and to each his own. But
I went to
the people that may hesitate, because they think they're too weird. Go out there and get weird.
Make it weird.
It's what's memorable. I went to an open mic night once, and this guy got up on stage. It was just him. He had an electric guitar, and he did System of a Down, but not even like an acoustic, like a stripped down version of it. He just played it like they play it, but just with a guitar and him.
Did he sing it too?
Yeah,
Amazing.
he was just up there, doing the best he could, but just the guitar part and the vocals. And I was like, this is happening. All right. It was something. This was probably 6 years ago, and I still remember it.
Yeah,
It wasn't good, but it was memorable.
it was memorable.
That's why it was memorable. That's why it was memorable.
I think your cat Bistro is coming on to me. It keeps locking eyes with me. It's showing me its belly.
Yeah, he does that sometimes.
You can't see it,
Bistro.
but he's been trying to be the center of attention all day.
And now he's playing.
He literally never plays with that toy and is only
Never.
doing it for the attention.
Maybe he's showing off.
He's doing it for the show. He is showing off for you.
It's a chonker.
Where can we find y'all?
Where can we find
We're on your couch, bro. Right here.
And by we, I
can you
mean
see us?
I mean the people online. Where can they find
the
you?
online people.
Just look us up, Glorious Flaws, on all the socials, Spotify, YouTube Music.
Is it the Glorious Flaws or just Glorious Flaws?
Glorious Flaws.
Glorious Flaws.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the Foo Fighters, right?
Yeah.
Foo Fighters.
Yeah.
Foo Fighters.
Foo Fighters. It's not the Foo Fighters. It's Foo Fighters with Glorious Flaws.
Okay. All right.
All
All
right.
right. Okay. I fucking love it. God damn it. That's amazing.
Is there
Tummy
anything
rumblings.
y'all want potential fans or your current fans to know?
If there's anything we want people to know, it's in the music. Just listen to the lyrics, listen to the album coming out
Soon.
shortly.
Yeah, we've got currently, as of this taping, deposition, whatever.
Evidence.
You can't
We have,
handle the
we
truth.
currently have 4 songs out on all the musical digitals. And today is the 11th of January, and in 4 days, the other full 4 of the total 8 songs that'll be on our record and our CD that we will have for sale soon will come out. So we'll have 8 full songs out, and we're already writing with the Gregorius here and Mr. Richard, Piss Richard.
That's me.
Why are you crying?
No, I'm just tired.
What'd y'd do to him? What'd you do to him?
I
He's
didn't do anything to him.
Maybe
That's
the
a
cat
major
sprayed him.
wing.
Made
Tear
him
ducts.
cry.
Did the cat spray you in the eye?
No. I am allergic to cats, so.
Oh, that could possibly
Bring
be
your
part of it.
EpiPen?
No, I took a Claritin.
Okay. All right.
Shout out Claritin. I definitely need a sponsor for that.
And a doctor.
And a doctor. Big
Doctor and a Claritin
specifically.
sponsorship.
Well, thank you for risking death to be here.
you're
It
welcome.
means a lot.
Dude, that
It does really
cat's
mean
giving
a
me
lot.
like an eat shit and die look. It's like, fuck you.
He's usually not the one that comes out.
He's the only one here today.
Yeah, he's the only one that's shown himself today. Well, with that being said, the last song we're going into is
Suffer.
Suffer.
And now we have Suffer.
Suffer.
Now that you've suffered
Do we
through
do this now?
Yeah, sure.
Yes. And then it's just
I'll do
over.
a fade out.
Okay.
Gotta sit up and wasting time. Change your step at the drop of a dime. You can be anything, just don't be lazy. Dance at the edge of your eyes. So cold friends, no direction along, but I'm bled dry by the time vampires fade. Suffer, no fool. Suffer, no. Suffer, no fool. Waver in the back of your mind, chase you around like a rabbit canine. Putting the trash in the backyard just to get high. Discipline's got no substitute. Blood focus, now your vision is skewed. It's not too late to make your escape, but don't look back or they'll make you start to suffer. 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 When it's around you and you feel it come on, it's time in your head. Tune up the room for the dining outs, the rustle bounce off the summer time. Suck to the life